Hey guys, and welcome back to this year's video. This time around we're taking a look at the R9 295X2 from AMD. This is not only the first dual GPU from AMD that we're looking at, but it's also the first water-cooled one. Unlike Nvidia cards from the same time frame, this card still supports modern games, which means we can test anything we want to. I have a couple of exciting games lined up for this video, but before that we're going to take a look at the specs and some fun facts about this card. Released in April 2014 at a price point of $1,500, it was not a cheap card at all at the time, considering a GTX 980 would set you back $549. The Titan Z, which came out a bit later, would set you back $3,000, so for that price it was actually kind of a good deal. First up was F122. This was the newest game I tested, and to my surprise it actually ran pretty well. As you can see from the graphs on the right side, it was actually just using the one GPU, which wasn't a big shock, but it did still run the game well at high settings, and I didn't really have any complaints about the gameplay. So we are moving right along to the next game. Apex Legends is a video game, and even if that's where my knowledge about it ends, I still tested the performance for this GPU. Unfortunately, this game was another one that only supported one GPU. But fortunately, it still ran good, even at high settings with 70 FPS average. I even tried to force dual GPU usage, which did result in a bit higher frame rates, but also intense flickering and shadows and the lighting, so I would probably stay away from that feature in this game. This is Rocket League, and that means that it runs well on the weakest of toasters, and this toaster was no different at all. It ran great at high settings, so you could even run the game if you have a very high refresh rate monitor. If you check the GPU usage for this game as well, you can see that it only runs on one GPU. So let's move on to the game that actually uses both of them. Dirt Rally ran great. It's actually just as simple as that. I forgot I was benchmarking the GPU and played a couple of hours of hill climbing without ever finishing. If you peek at the top right corner of the screen, you can see the Crossfire logo, which means that you're in for a great time and lots of FPS. And the next game is a great example of just that. Roblox is in fact the only game that I play competitively, and with 2.3 million FPS, I can literally see other people's moves before they even happened. Man, this was the best gaming experience you can have. It supports Crossfire, it found 3 GPUs and it used all of them on my PC. If you play Roblox competitively, this right here is the GPU for you. Anyway, let's take a look at Fortnite, where I can report back on more good performance with only one GPU used. As you can see, I am the best player in the world when it comes to Fortnite, and I do have classes where I teach noobs like yourself how to play, so hit me up if you're interested. This was run with epic distance and everything else on low to medium, so there's actually no disadvantage of using this card, even if it just runs in one GPU mode. As a conclusion, you can take a look at the CSGO footage while I go over my final thoughts, because I can't get CSGO to work with this benchmarking software, whatever. I would actually never recommend anyone looking for a GPU to daily use a dual GPU card. As we've seen in this video, most games run just as a single GPU, so you're better off just buying a 290X if you're really looking for it, but I wouldn't even recommend that. I think that's all for today, however. The next video will be about the last dual GPU from Nvidia that I have, the Titan Z. And you can expect it in Q3 2024. With all that said, I hope you enjoyed and have a great day.